she was a very unusual woman. I never saw her without the Johnnie Walker in her hand, morning, noon, and night. She put it down when we were having sex, but only for appearance's sake. And so, actually between that and her Gauloises and her existential angst, like whatever you asked her, you'd say, do you want some breakfast? Why bother? Do you want to go for a walk? Why bother? And that's the way she was. A Gallic mystery woman. She rarely spoke. Matter of fact, the only time she'd ever really speak is when a buddy would come up to me and say, hey, party at Tim's tonight. And Chantal would say, are there going to be more Americans like you there? And the guy go, oh yeah. And she'd go, no thanks. So we got to the point where we rarely spoke at all. And my most vivid memory of Chantal and me was an afternoon we spent in the library at that Boulevard house. And we pulled up a couch in front of the window that looked out on the dead lawn and the rubbish out there. And one of the good things, the best part of Chantal and I is I hated scotch and she hated pot. So we didn't elbow into each other's vices. So we sat on that couch. She was at one end with her Johnnie Walker and Gauloises, and I was at the other with my cheap wine, smoking pot. And we sat there for 8 hours without speaking. We never spoke. It sort of became a contest. And occasionally she'd get up to go to the bathroom, and I'd take that occasion to open the window and piss out the window. But for that 8 hours, the only sound was gulps and, clicks of our Bics. And we became like a couple weird telepathic twins, the kind of gothic weirdos that creep out all the other kids. So in the end, we didn't really break up, but just sort of fade away. And I felt bad for Chantal, but she claimed, it was the longest and best relationship she'd ever had, and she was grateful. So the last time I saw her was my 27th birthday. Moochie and I had been out trying this new